Have you ever found yourself constantly seeking validation from others? It's a curious habit we all seem to have, isn't it? After all, it's only human to want to feel accepted, to be acknowledged, to know that we're on the right track. But here's the thing. When we constantly rely on others to give us that validation, we inadvertently put limits on our personal growth. Imagine this. You're a bird, soaring high above the ground, but you're tied down by a string of approval from others. You can only fly as far as that string allows you to. But what if you could break free? What if you could validate your own existence, your own actions, your own life? The idea might seem daunting, yes, and it's certainly not the path that everyone chooses. But what if we told you that there's a path less traveled, one that leads to self-validation? Meet Jamie, a young individual who learned to let go of other people's approval. Jamie, like many of us, was once caught in a whirlpool of constant validation from others. Friends, family, society at large, their approval became the compass that guided every decision Jamie made. It was an exhausting existence, always trying to fit into the mold of what others deemed acceptable, always chasing the elusive stamp of approval. Then came the turning point. A moment of clarity when Jamie realized that this quest for validation was a never-ending cycle. It dawned on Jamie that the only approval that truly mattered was self-approval. That was the moment when the journey of self-discovery began. This journey, however, was not a walk in the park. It was a path that was fraught with self-doubt, with the fear of rejection, and the pain of letting go of old habits. There were times when Jamie felt lost, unsure whether this path of self-validation was the right one. There were moments of loneliness, of feeling misunderstood, but Jamie persevered, driven by the conviction that this journey was necessary to find true happiness. Slowly but surely, Jamie began to find strength in solitude, comfort in self-acceptance, and joy in self-love. The need for external validation began to diminish. The opinions of others no longer held the power to dictate Jamie's choices or happiness. Jamie began to define success on personal terms, not based on what others perceived as successful. The journey was long and arduous, but it was a journey of growth, of learning, and of self-discovery. Jamie learned to trust in personal instincts, to follow what felt right, and to let go of the fear of judgment. It was a journey that led to the ultimate triumph, the discovery of self-worth. Jamie's journey was not easy, but it led to the discovery of self-worth and happiness. It is a journey we all can undertake, a journey that leads us to the truest form of freedom, the freedom to be ourselves, unapologetically, authentically, and happily. Letting go of other people's approval can be liberating. Take a moment to ponder on Jamie's journey. Jamie, who for years sought validation from every corner, from every person, only to end up feeling hollow. Jamie, who then embarked on a journey of self-discovery, a journey that led him to the understanding that it was his own approval that mattered the most. Jamie's story is a testament to the fact that we should not measure our worth based on the opinions of others. Instead, we should strive to seek our own approval, for that's where true validation lies. This self-approval, this self-validation, it's not an easy path, but it's a rewarding one. When we start to approve of ourselves, we begin to see a myriad of benefits. We see an increase in our self-confidence. We no longer need the validation of others to feel secure in our own skin. We see personal growth because we're no longer limited by the fear of not living up to others' expectations. And perhaps the most enticing benefit of all, we find happiness. A deep, profound happiness that comes from within, untouched by the fleeting opinions of others. A happiness that is ours, and ours alone. So next time you find yourself seeking approval, remember Jamie's story and ask yourself whose approval truly matters. The journey to self-validation is an adventure worth taking. We've explored the question of approval, embarked on the path of self-discovery, and unlocked the key to happiness. It's a journey that invites you to challenge societal norms, to embrace your unique self, and to find joy in your own accomplishments. So, don't wait. Start your adventure today, and remember, your happiness should never be dependent on others' approval. Be your own cheerleader, and let your happiness shine from within,